Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I'm Ajuna Sharawat, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulae for many. And this is what we make these sessions, a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such industry stalwart on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Shivangi Vats. As a program manager at Public Health Foundation of India, she pioneers healthcare policies and handles training programs end-to-end in adapting to changes in the healthcare industry. She's passionately committed to the transformation of the industry into a digital landscape, and in doing so, she leads executions of complex research projects and oversees the training department. Shivangi has work experience of 10 years in the field and has been widening its scope of applications by collaborating with major healthcare organizations. Her passion for her work can be seen in her numerous publications, educational accomplishments, and professional achievements. Welcome, Shivangi, to FaceTime with Leaders.
Thank you, Ajuna, for such a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much.
That's you, your work, and your entire journey.
Thank you for the appreciation. Thank you.
That's wonderful. And you have continually aided your work with educational developments. You seem to have undertaken some of the most demanding and intricate job roles throughout your career journey. We would like to know, what is it that makes you so passionate about your field?
Right from school, I wanted to be in the field of healthcare. After graduating physiotherapy as a gold medalist, I have worked in assorted healthcare setups after public health management, starting from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in policy planning and implementation, then Public Health Foundation of India at Training Division, and working with various national and international partners like London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, World Health Organization, International Labour Organization, UNICEF, UNDP, state ministries, National Health System Resource Center. So all this experience made me understood the inherent problems. I started my career in healthcare with an aim to bring a whole lot of change to the system through the factors determining the outcomes of the mass interventions. I genuinely love what I do, and with my current profile, I can see the changes, however small it is, and their impacts in the community. That really drives me. Being a firm believer in raising the bar for personal and organizational growth, I have instrumented recognition from International Diabetes Federation, award from BMJ India, QCI, FICCI for our capacity building initiatives, because recognition is important. Then have been nominated as a fellow for the Public Health Leader program by the Public Health Leadership and Implementation Academy of Non-Communicable Diseases. That's been run by Rollins School of Public Health, Emory University, sponsored by US National Institute of Health. And I have also been awarded with a fellow for the Early Research Career Training Program by the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. That's been funded by Wellcome Trust UK and Department of Biotechnology India. having more than 11 years of experience in program and research management in the public health sector, in full program life cycle management for planning, implementation, execution, monitoring, evaluation of various national and international level training projects for educating healthcare providers and physicians across the globe and within the country on various health disorders and non-communicable disease management. Topics ranged from COVID-19, mental health, occupational health diseases, antimicrobial stewardship, medical ethics, medical legal, diabetes, gestational diabetes, AI and cyber security in healthcare. So all this made me realize that if you have found something worth replicating, share it with the world for the betterment of the larger community. So this made me publish in the field of public health and in healthcare sector in various renowned national and international journals, and authoring chapters in 2 books, one on corporate social responsibility and other on digitalization, entrepreneurship, and skilling. The grant proposal writing for various agencies led me to explore CSR and made me a certified CSR professional from Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs under Ministry of Corporate Affairs. I view life as a sea of questions, and there is an inherent inquisitiveness in me about everything that I see or hear. My passion for pragmatic philanthropy made me learn CSR, and I also wanted to fulfill my long-term dream of studying sustainable textile designing, of course, with a long-term plan of weaving it into healthcare. So given the transitional phase the entire world is at, I also felt to transform myself through studying digital transformation. And it's going to be like this. There's no end to learning, because my philosophy is that life is a continuous learning pathway. So I love to explore languages, cultures, people, and different other areas.
So beautiful and so very inspiring. And you have been entrusted with various responsibilities. So was it because you had outstanding skills, or is it that you wanted to upskill yourself and hence took them?
This actually goes both ways. Some initiatives I have taken to upskill myself so that I never lose myself to the continuous change in the external environment. Digital transformation, CSR, sustainable textiles, these are such initiatives that I took for myself. Being a research-oriented person, I also plan to upskill myself with advanced analytical skills in the coming months. Some upskill opportunities abroad have been given to me by my organization. I'm thankful to them after a thorough assessment of the potential of eligible personnels that I have already mentioned. And so, enhancement of the job profile has been purely on the basis of my pertinent skills to take in better and bigger responsibilities.
And here we would like you to sum up at least 3 learnings, like your entire career journey. At least if you could just let us know about the 3 learnings that you consider very important.
I would say learning. This would be my first principle. Keep that inquisitive child alive within you. After all, life is a continuous learning process. Second, inclusivity. Try to have a 360-degree view for the things you work on. There are solutions only if you want to have a holistic approach towards your problems. We can no more work in silos. I would really like to share this one incident to explain the rationale behind my third principle. I was once into a dangerous situation while in field job during my early public health career. I learned that every job or position or organization that you are working for has its own challenges. There's no set rules or there's no way that you will get to know about these hidden challenges, but these are the testing times when you need to be calm and poised to face that challenge with your wisdom and patience, solely by patience. So Calmness is required in the face of adversity. That would be my 3 principles, if you ask me to sum up.
Beautiful. And now if you could let us know, when did you develop an interest in ESG? And also, can you share some instances when you felt the need for ESG implementation in the healthcare industry?
So, like I said earlier, that we cannot fool ourselves believing in exclusivity. Like UN SDG agenda also says, leave no one behind, right? So inclusivity has to be the approach and answer to tackle these issues that we have. So while pursuing the CSR professional course, I studied a case study about the burden of textile waste that India is bearing, taking a toll on the health and well-being of the local community while disposing it. That instigated me to delve more into this field, and I realized that everything is so closely interrelated in our ecosystem that we cannot afford to attend one aspect and ignore another. This led me to do masters in design in natural soft materials from Indian Institute of Crafts and Design to understand the impact of sustainable materials on environment and human lives, how important a product's life cycle is. This was my first step into this never-ending and beautiful journey into ESG. And I got to know that how closely industries are interlinked. So while working through so many years in healthcare industry, both in the field and in planning, I realized that that the healthcare and pharmaceutical industry has deeply rooted environmental, social, and governance issues that challenge sustainability. So many of us typically assess ESG factors using non-financial data on environmental impact. Example, carbon emissions, social impact, like employee satisfaction and governance attributes. Example, like board structures, right? So for a mission-driven industry like healthcare, with many institutions organized as not-for-profit entities, the social aspect of ESG has always been of critical importance that we need to remember. Today, leaders at these organizations, boards, and other stakeholders, they need to continue connecting the dots between the social determinants of health and the operations to understand how these metrics affect health outcomes, right? So it is a common notion that that the healthcare industry does enough good for the world, addressing not only the needs of individual users of the system, but tackling health policy and major public health questions. But often they don't have the bandwidth, right? Or the moral imperative to tackle the climate crisis as well as one may hope. The world is increasingly recognizing that the climate crisis is a public health emergency after all, requiring a similar level of coordinated global response as we have seen for the recent COVID-19 pandemic recently. And ESG strategy can actually support healthcare providers to gain insights into the practices that have the greatest carbon impact and plan resources accordingly and measure remediations actions. Also, limiting contribution to the climate crisis and ESG strategy can reduce risk and the cost of compliance and help to crystallize the organization's value. As correctly said, supporting strong decision making, facilitating funding, and improving the attraction and retention of staff. At the macro level, the pandemic has lifted the veil on unequitable social conditions that led to poor health outcomes. So, like lack of paid sick leaves for lower income workers who typically live in denser communities and are less likely to have access to healthcare benefits, or even time to see a doctor, has caused unnecessary spread of disease amongst already marginalized and radicalized groups like these. At a micro level, healthcare workers are experiencing unprecedented burnout. With employee engagement levels already low, the pandemic has dealt a significant blow to those in caring professions, right? That we have seen during the pandemic as well. So using a ESG framework allows healthcare organizations to assess and manage their social impact across all major stakeholders, from valued employees to those thrown into the system due to COVID or mental health issues caused by the isolation and anxiety. So by anticipating these impacts and prioritizing social sustainability, they can put plans in place to support staff, clients, and communities. Governance being the third pillar of ESG sustainability, and the changes currently underway offer a once in a generation chance for healthcare providers, right? To step back and assess the systems, structures, policies that turn the wheels of their organizations, and to consider new ways of operating that will allow them to thrive well into the future, right? Sustainable governance can actually create long-lasting improvements for these healthcare organizations, and healthcare plays a vital role in our society. However, the sector is at the epicenter of major social and environmental shifts that will impact its ability to deliver at the same level in many years to come.
And now that you are into digital transformation of healthcare industry, what changes do you foresee with the introduction of IoT, blockchain, AI, ML, so on?
So, digital transformation, it has a huge impact on the performance of nearly all industries, and healthcare is not an exception. So nowadays, it's integral for the healthcare industry as well to provide better patient care digitally, no matter where they are. Generally speaking, digital transformation in the healthcare is all about adopting innovative technologies that are aimed at improving work efficiency in hospitals, as well as taking patient care to a whole new level. In fact, more and more different opportunities appear today in the branch of digital transformation in the healthcare industry, and in diagnostics as well, like cloud-enabled data management platforms are there. Then we have telemedicine and virtual visits, which became more significant during the times of pandemic. One of the most notable changes in healthcare is the growth of virtual doctor visits. It enables meeting the specialist at the most comfortable time and from nearly anywhere, which is much more convenient and much more time and cost efficient rather than an in-person hospital visit. Artificial intelligence, assisted medical devices, and we have blockchain for electronic health records. These are a few examples of digital transformation in healthcare, right? Then we have these health wearables, right? So at present, people have become more conscious about their health. They are not visiting the doctor when they get sick. Instead, they are always looking for effective yet convenient ways to track their health metrics. And people are more aware about it. Basically, that was the main reason why we have seen a tremendous increase in the sales of these wearable medical devices. The digital transformation in healthcare, it enables tackling the various health metrics and providing accurate health data in real time. These include your oximeters, heart rate trackers. Even the layman is now aware about what oximeter is, exercise and fitness trackers, and so many. Then nowadays, there are more and more tools that analyze a patient's disease history in order to give doctors recommendation about treatment outcomes. So the use of these innovative solutions and these digital technologies in healthcare opens up whole new opportunities for enhancing this industry in the upcoming years and shaping a modern, more effective and automated health service system. I guess if you will ask me to foresee many changes to come in the healthcare industry pertaining to digital transformation, I would say there will be many. Could be telemedicine again. We will see that this amazing solution is going to become more and more popular after we faced and are facing a pandemic. So patient would prefer to connect with doctors online without wasting time commuting to the hospital. Effective online consultations will soon be available to everyone and anyone. Then big data in healthcare, how can we forget that? It enables healthcare to manage and analyze data more effectively than ever before. So in addition, it can also be used to escape preventable illnesses, reduce treatment costs, as well as possibly forecast epidemics. Artificial intelligence, AI, can significantly change the process of treatment and diagnostics while reducing human errors. Moreover, it can also help organizations manage electronic health records, the ERPs that we are talking about, and get deeper insights to provide better care and make well-informed healthcare decisions. Then we will have remote workforce utilization. So this will enable hiring more, this will enable us in hiring more talents, regardless of the distance, while also expanding the competition within the health industry. We are going to see more collaborations of other healthcare units as well, effective for sharing the usage statistics, critical health cases, as well as the experience exchange. We'll see unified data exchange platforms useful for interaction with the multiple organizations in the healthcare industry, including labs, hospitals, insurance providers. Then again, how can we forget about chatbots? We are going to have the healthcare chatbots as well. I think we are going to soon have this. Again, it will be critical for improving the interaction with clients, providing critical information in real time, and optimizing the internal internet workflow. So digital health environments for new startups, we should focus on that, and we should provide them with the more accelerating health digital projects. Right. So these are only a few of the major trends in the healthcare industry for the next decade. However, I strongly believe that implementing these solutions to medical enterprises can significantly enhance the entire industry's performance. Then nothing is more powerful than automation for the healthcare industry. It's worth noting, and we are noticing it, that its implementation is very beneficial for drug manufacturers, and especially for production safety. So for doctors also, it means having more time at work they can spend on communicating with patients and providing even better and more personalized care, right? So also automation enables us to take care of a larger group of patients with similar needs and save time on an individualized approach. So these patients can also receive automated appointment reminders that will minimize no-shows at hospitals. So we have immense benefits of digital transformation in healthcare industry.
How very exciting. And I could see how you became so charged when talking about this itself. Immense possibilities and
right.
Really so much. It appears as if it's going to be so comfortable and within reach. And like, as you said, like one can have a lot of the matrix that you talked about, health matrix, in our control easily.
Like we can't do without mobile phones now. We can't do without laptops now. So that is how it's going to be.
Wow, what an exciting field you are in. I can feel it. So now coming to your certification, talking about that. So what values do you bring to the table as an ESG certified corporate governance expert?
So today, and rightly so, the whole world equation of existence involves how organizations are being perceived by the industry as well as the general public or community, right? So now everyone has become exceedingly interested in the role of sustainability, long-term environmental impacts, and even how a firm is perceived by its employees. While some might term this as the softer side of business, the fact of the matter is that a very well-rounded ESG strategy can actually make a whole lot of difference between a successful undertaking and a failed venture, right? And a trained certified ESG professional can actually bridge that gap, along with another professional challenge that involves egalitarianism. This is another way of saying that an ESG expert will need to be impartial when comparing fiscal returns with the possible compliance, environmental, or even ethical issues. So an ESG expert needs to look at more than just the potential for short to medium term gains, right? So I believe that we all are learning in this domain, and learning is by doing. And I think my core personality traits will come into play, which of course is different from the technical skills that we have already discussed. I would say that an eagerness to accept new challenges, inquisitiveness, and a research mindset, the ability to work under pressure, explaining complicated issues in a concise manner, which is being taught to us during our researches as well. That if you are unable to explain your research in a simple terms to a layman, then it is not worth it, right? So that is also going to be one of the USP. And willingness to accept the fact that the ESG sector is constantly evolving will definitely play a significant role while contributing to this field, and most importantly, my love for nature. So perhaps most importantly, I believe that ESG professional should be passionate about their domain expertise, as well as the positive impacts that they can make by providing sustainable and grounded advice. It is also crucial to truly care about organizational responsibility within the modern world.
So beautifully said. Absolutely. So inspiring again.
Thanks.
And Shivangi, as you are aware, we are building FaceTime with Leaders community for cross-pollination of knowledge and a community of independent directors for having a better corporate governance in the country. What are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by Zishan Pathan, Mabel Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
So, ESG investing is a relatively new idea in the Indian market, right? And we all are aware about it, but it has also gained a lot of traction recently. So though in India, social and environmental activism have a long history, and the country is becoming more aware of the importance of sustainable corporate practices and ethical investing, the greater awareness of connections between sustainability and financial success is one of the main forces behind ESG investment in India. That's what I believe. So in recent years, India has significantly advanced in terms of ESG implementation. The nation has started a number of programs and policies to support sustainability and ethical business practices. For instance, SEBI has mandated that the top 1,000 listed businesses declare their ESG performance. In addition, the Indian government has also started a number of programs like the National Solar Mission and the National Electric Mobility Mission Plan to support renewable energy and lower carbon emissions. Though Indian businesses are also beginning to take sustainability seriously, yet there is still opportunity for development despite the advances made. We need to train people, we need to integrate our learnings and advocate the cause. And I think ID Institute and World Development Team, they are doing a commendable job in bringing the experts from academia, industry, and different domains together at one platform and helping them in sharing ideas, resources, experiences. So this is how we all will learn from each other. And it's a great initiative, and I congratulate them to start something much needed at this hour.
Thank you for your motivating feedback. And it was a fantastic conversation with you. I'm confident that your insights will inspire the future leaders Thank you, Shivangi, for joining us today and wish you the very best for your future endeavors.
Thank you, Arjuna, for having me and sharing my thoughts. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds.